Okay, folks. Again, I'm really glad I made that error in the last video because it helped me understand what went wrong. And it's actually not that complicated, but you've really kind of got to be on your toes. Okay, here's what happened. Notice right now in bar 1 where we want to change the first 3/8 notes to quarter notes. Look what we've got. We've got motive B, right? And we've got rhythm A, okay? So when we clone, now watch what happens when we clone B. B is highlighted. We're going to clone B. Okay. What happened was the rhythm changed to C. Remember that the rhythm was A before, but it changed to C. That's why this is different. We clone the motive, sure enough, but when you clone a motive, it creates a new rhythm. And if you want the motive to be the same, you're going to have to go back to the other rhythm. And our other rhythm, the one we want with the first 3/8 notes that we're going to change, was A. So if I click on A, lo and behold, we get it. That's the whole enchilada. That's the key. You know, and you could do a lot of head scratching with this thing, but actually it's really just that simple. So what that means is that in this editing process, you've got to be aware of two things. You've got to be aware of like which motive you're using, and that's color coded, okay? And then you've got to make sure, like if you're cloning a motive to tweak it, you've got to make sure that you go back to the rhythm that you had, because when you clone it, it's going to create a new rhythm, and that's going to change it. And that's probably not what you want. So it's a two-step process to edit. Number one, you clone it, okay? In this case, we cloned it. Now we're going to edit C. But what you've got to do is go back to C and select the rhythm that you had for the motive you just cloned. I know that's a mouthful, but I think you all get the idea. If you play with this, you're going to see that you know, it's really not complicated, but it may not be complicated, but it's, let's call it finicky or tricky for sure. So that's what you've got to be aware of. You've got to look at your motive and your rhythm, and if you want to change something in a bar, then step one, clone it, and then step two, go back to the rhythm you had, because when you clone it, it's going to create a new rhythm, and that's not what you're generally going to want. Now sometimes it'll be fine, okay? All right, so let's stop the video there, because I think that this concept is so important to, you know, getting a good handle on this melody editor, that you know, we just need to like bite that piece off separately from other things, and I don't want to confuse it with anything else. Okay? All right, see you in the next video.